Zoro carries 3 swords at all times. Most people know that. What most people don't know is that every single one of those swords has a story dark enough to be its own episode. Today I'm breaking down the real history behind each blade Zoro carries, and by the end of this, you'll understand why his swords aren't just weapons. They're literally the heaviest things he carries. Start with the white one. Wado Ichimonji is the sword Zoro holds in his mouth when he fights, and it's been with him since the very beginning of the series. This blade was forged by one of the greatest swordsmiths in history, but it was never meant for Zoro. It belonged to Kuina, his childhood rival and the only person who ever pushed him to his absolute limit. She died young, before either of them could come close to their dream. So Zoro went to her father and asked for the sword, not as a prize, but as a promise. Every time he draws it, he's carrying a dead girl's dream on top of his own. Now the cursed one. Sundai Kitetsu is part of a sword lineage so dangerous that the shop owner in Loketown flat out refused to sell it to Zoro. Every previous owner of a Kitetsu blade supposedly died a horrible death. The curse is that well known. So what did Zoro do? He threw it into the air and held out his bare arm, willing to lose it if the curse was real. The blade curved around his arm and landed in the floor without touching him. He kept it anyway, not because he believed he was lucky, but because he knew his will was stronger than a curse. That's who Zoro is. He keeps a sword that has killed everyone who ever owned it, just to prove a point. And then there's Enma. This is where the story gets really heavy. Enma was the sword of Kojuki Oden, one of the most powerful warriors who ever lived. And Enma isn't just powerful in a normal sword way. It actively drains whoever holds it. It pulls your haki out of you without permission, constantly, whether you're ready or not. Oden could handle it because of his monstrous strength. For Zoro, mastering Enma meant fighting a battle against his own sword every single time he swung it. One loss of focus and the blade would drain him completely. It's the only sword in the series confirmed to have permanently scarred Kado, the strongest creature alive at that point. And Zoro chose to wield it. Every fight Zoro takes on, he's carrying grief, a curse, and a blade that wants to kill him. And he does it without a single complaint. So tell me in the comments, which of the 3 swords do you think fits Zoro's character the best? Drop it below. I read everything. And if you want more deep dives like this on One Piece characters and lore, hit subscribe because there's a lot more coming. See you in the next one.